Hey, what's going on, guys? So a few weeks ago, Erron Black got his first gameplay reveal on a combat cast, and in this video, what I'll be doing is just breaking it down, giving my opinions on it, and my impressions of the first look that we kind of get of Erron and his buttons and his specials and all of that. So let's just get straight into the video. So straight off, his throws look so good, especially the forward one, especially that forward one. It looks really fun, and I'm just gonna keep using the throws when I play Aaron. Yeah, it looks awesome. His back one's a little bit, meh, but it's still not too bad. But yeah, his overall Aaron's animations look great. He's frozen his strings, especially when he's like, using his revolver a lot. I really love it. So soon they'll be getting into the strings. It's just
One of the things with Erron Black is we wanted to keep just a couple of his core moves, but then reanimate and kind of redo everything, but make him kind of feel like you won't be completely lost, like he's just a totally new character, but a fresh coat of paint. So let's start with, you remember in the last game, his 2-1 string, all those big punches where he kind of punched you like 100 times? It was like his main string. We didn't bring that back exactly, but he does have.
so yeah. So this string is pretty much his 2-1-2-2 string from MKX. It looks really interesting. It doesn't look as good range as MKX, but it definitely looks good, and I can't wait to try like tick throws off it and mix it up with command grabs and whatnot. Um, it does look like one of his primary strings for pressure, especially when he's up close. He can kind of throw that out, down one into it, and then probably go into a mix up because it does end in an overhead, so we could go for slide, just as Steve Brownback said. So let's go into the other strings. Now that string, it looks quick. It does look quick, and it does look like a mid, but it doesn't look too strong to me. It looks okay. Oh, now this looks like definitely looks like Erron Black's best mid screen button. It's kind of on the slower side, but it's got great range, and it's obviously a mid. My concern for it is that it's you can't really get much off it. It's kind of a kick. I'm just gonna pause it because they're moving a bit quick for me to give my impressions. My concern for that move is that you can't really go into too much with it. It's kind of you kick and then you hit. Maybe we'll see when the full game comes out if he has anything to hit confirm into a combo or something, or go into some mix ups, or we'll see what he can go into. But from the initial impression of that move, it seems great mid range, and later we'll see that you can tick throw off it. But it didn't look like it was a very strong string apart from playing kind of that neutral game. But we'll see. We'll see this other midstream move where he kind of like shoulder barges them. We'll see this here. That actually looks quite good to me. It doesn't look too quick, but it looks strong. It does look strong.
It reminds me of like old school Western trick shooters. Yes. Yeah, I really like this one.
It does look easier to hit confirm into the shoulder barging mid. So you may have more potential there for combos and pressure and whatnot. This move looks really cool. I really love the animation there. It looks awesome. So the big boot, the boot drop. The fact that it has a crushing blow requirement and it doesn't seem too hard is awesome. Honestly, it looks so threatening, and really it's just like MKX. It's going to be a really strong move in neutral. I'm a little bit concerned that people just will just be going to that rather than kind of playing that neutral game with Erron's buttons. But we'll see how the game, we'll see how Erron plays when he comes out. So that looks like just Erron Black's normal MKX Caltrops. Doesn't look too different. I don't know why you wouldn't just slide and then just wait a second to throw the Caltrops. Oh, right. So here, this is probably the most ambitious move of Erron's that we've seen. It looks extremely complicated. It's really interesting. It looks great at zoning. It looks really quick. And obviously you have to count the shots, which is, they've never done anything like that, and it's really interesting to see. And it really is a very deep move. You do have to think about it, and you do have to count and manage your bullets, and when you reload, which is it's gonna really be an interesting mechanic, and I cannot wait to put it into practice. It looks strong, but you definitely do have to think about it. It does even look like you may be able to get a corner combo there. Yeah, it looks like you can get a combo from it. I don't know how easy it is to cancel into a combo from a string, though. My only concern with that move is that you're walking forward the whole time, and you have no control over where you walk. So you're kind of going to be making space on them just by having the weapon out, which for a zoning tool may damage its kind of power, because you have no choice but to walk forward. If you could walk around, wherever you want on the screen, it'd be it would be significantly more powerful than it is there. It still looks strong, but I do fear that, obviously, because you're stuck in the stance state, people are going to jump in on you and get free damage off and stuff like that. So we'll see how it unfolds, but it definitely looks like an extremely interesting move, and I cannot wait to pick it apart and kind of understand all of its niches. So, all right.
So walking them down is such an awesome touch.
Yeah, so.
And this is also,
So there'll be a massive dynamic of when do you reload, when do you just let weapons fire, when do you put it away, stuff like that. There's a lot of options off of it.
Where a lot of the stuff, you're going to be putting these out and then going into the stance, and the opponent's going to have to know, like, are you going to cancel it or actually commit to it? How many bullets does he have left? Is he going to then go into his 50-50? And he can do the slide, but he's in a lot of trouble.
All right.
So he's kind of a thinking.
It's kind of
actual command grab. It's not a hit.
All right.
Not to say traditional zoning is brain dead.
Ooh.
The first thing
Okay.
I gave him is actually a command grab.
So here's some of his specials. First is this command grab. Now this command grab, I'm so happy they brought back a command grab. It was like one of the big things that I wanted to come back from MKX for Erron. Really glad they brought it back. It's awesome that you can tick throw, especially off of his primarily mid-screen move like that. It does look good, but my own concern with this move is that you're throwing them behind you every time. So you're automatically corner switching. So if you have them held in the corner, and say you're like trying to play that rush down mix ups, maybe relying a lot on tick throws, you're probably not going to be going for the command grab a lot in the corner, because you're just going to be throwing them out of the corner. So I hope that maybe they change this in future. You can decide where you throw them, might be quite cool. But this is why Erron Black was so strong in MKX. With his tick throw and that with the caltrops. Reptile's Acid will be great with his tick throw, but a lot of the time you'll just be throwing them outside of the acid or outside of the corner, so I am a bit concerned about that. Let's look at this other. So this low shot is, as he says, actually a mid. Looks really strong to me, actually. It looks like his go-to, yes, you see that. It looks like his go-to special to make himself safe, and it creates tons of room for him. He's basically backdashing when he does this move and resetting neutral. So I'm so excited to use this. This looks actually like one of his greatest tools, and can really like work for creating space and helping Erron whiff punish, and you know it looks really great. Looks really strong to me.
You can start kind of his keep out game. It's a really, really good tool to just
You may be able to jump over it, but it looks to me like a really solid tool. You can just get out of there, start zoning.
also complements, you know, he gets in when he wants, and he can go for his command guard next up. But when he wants to get out, he can get out of dodge.
Yeah.
Now,
He also has some really
Oh. Yeah, let's get onto his fatal blow. Oh, sorry.
fatal blow.
Okay.
It's awesome. You know,
Yeah, so his fatal blow is insanely strong. The fact that it's a projectile and it looks really quick. I love the animations of it. It looks sick. It's really sick. And it does a lot of damage too. But it's going to be a great... The only problem with it is that it's a high, so you're going to have people ducking under it, but primarily you're going to be trying to, you know, bait your opponent to throw out a button or to move, or, you know, and long range, if you're up against a zoner and you have the fatal blow, you're instantly going to discourage the opponent from zoning, so that's going to be a massive deterrent. So it looks all round like a great crushing blow, or fatal blow, sorry.
Because it's a full screen projectile, if Kano throws a knife, he has armor, so he's going to absorb the knife and then get him. It's very, very
Yeah.
The downside is all the hits are high, so if the opponent ducks.
Oh. Alright, let's get on to his other specials.
cape.
Okay. Yeah, this outfit, I wouldn't say it's as good as his other one, but it's definitely quite a nice one.
So I gave him this new move, the Nether Bat.
Okay, so this Never Beast Trap.
Actually, the jaws that he's made into a bear trap.
Now this move, I don't think that is that strong, to be honest. It looks like it has potential, and the fact that it full combos is awesome. The amplifier is quite interesting, and can really, you know, counter zoners at times. But the problem is that it takes a long time to start up, and so people are going to react to it very easy, jump over it, maybe even punish you, jump over the amplify. It does look quite good complementing the rifle, but that's kind of just like long range, stopping them from getting in. I don't know how often it will catch them out. Another thing I will say is, because it's obviously a trap, there may be setups involved with this, but it does look too slow. So when you do a combo, I feel like you won't be able to get it off in time by the time they wake up. And so it might not work as a setup as well as I hope. Maybe they'll make it quick in future, or maybe they'll change the properties of it. The fact that it full combos is great and all, but I don't see it being that strong to me, to be honest. But we'll see. We'll see.
It lasts for a long time.
It will break.
Yeah, it will break eventually. Then I gave him Scud Shot.
Alright, now this Scud Shot is extremely interesting. Really cool.
He will actually hold it and shoot a projectile.
See, like, this is really cool. Completely counter zoning. And the fact that you can do the amplify shot, which may combo too, in the corner, looks awesome. It looks so strong. Erron Black looks like a great counter zoner and a great beats projectiles. Now it is a stance, and so teleport characters will probably punish him a lot for doing that type of thing, like Scarlet or something. And speaking of Scarlet, she'll probably be able to, like, her tongue isn't you know, traditional projectile, so I have a feeling that will just beat that stance, which will kind of make it less strong, but at the same time it seems like it will beat tons of projectiles, so it still seems strong. And that quick shot looks really strong too to me. But yeah, really interesting move. I would like them to change it slightly so that you have to kind of push like a button every time a projectile comes at you, so there's a little bit of skill in it rather than automatically just kind of beating like all zoning that comes your way kind of thing without you having to do anything.
So that is Erron Black.
Some other moves we didn't show.
Yep.
So yeah, there is tons of moves I didn't show, and I've seen some of them. I'll be doing another video later about that. All right, I won't go into his fatality. I'd imagine you've all seen it. I'll just finish up with saying my first impressions of Erron are kind of that Erron does look really strong. He looks like he could excel both zoning, he could excel up close, maybe even that mid range. And I can't wait to see his loadouts and primarily his competitive loadouts and see what options they give him, and we'll see obviously when the game comes out, which is not far. I'm happy. I'm happy overall with him. I'm happy to give him command grab. His animations look awesome. To me, Erron looks like he's going to be quite hard to win with. Like, he's going to be hard work, and you're going to have to work for your wins. But he does look really strong, and in the right hands, he does look really, really good. He has tons of tools I can't really complain of. Now, my main concern for Erron, however, is that he didn't seem to have any combo starter strings. So he didn't seem to me like he had any strings that work, that launch and stuff. There was a few moves in here where it looked like he may get a launcher from it if you cut it off. And some of his specials look like they may end up giving you a combo potential, especially in the corner. But mid-screen lacked launchers, it seemed. At least from initial impressions. So I'm really excited to see what they give him in the full build. And if they change stuff with him. I did see a few of his moves in the game, and he has something called a TNT bomb, which hopefully is going to be a special move launcher. Because if Erron has a special move launcher that you can cancel into after a string and hit confirm into a combo, that will be perfect for me. I'll be happy. That will be perfect for me. My only concern is that he won't get many combos if he doesn't have a special move launcher. But obviously, we will see. I wouldn't mind it being unsafe as long as he has a combo option to go into, and he can always cancel into something safer if he wants to. As long as he has that combo potential, I don't mind. Another concern for me was Erron's buttons, like his neutral buttons, didn't look insanely strong. Especially amongst the cast, it looked like a lot of the cast had better buttons than him. His advancing kick looked like his best button, and he had the shoulder barge, but they all kind of look more on the slower side and not great range, and didn't look like you can combo into a lot of things. So I don't think he'll be used. Like, I don't know how strong they'll be compared to the other characters in the roster. I'm hoping he can still contend quite well. I don't really want to see him having to keep big booting or like boot dropping in order to kind of play that neutral game. That'd really suck if you have to keep resorting to just jumping at them and kicking them all the time, and that's how you have to play neutral as there. And I wouldn't like that. I want to be able to kind of interact there and kind of outspace people and kind of, have your own buttons to threaten with. Yeah, he does have decent advancing mids, but as I said, it does seem on the weaker side of the cast. And I feel like he may struggle to contest with the majority of the roster in the neutral game, which is pretty important considering this game is so neutral heavy and kind of playing that way. Erron does look really interesting. He has tons of tools, really new mechanics, which is awesome. He does not look like an easy character to play at all. He looks quite hard, and you're going to have to think a lot to play him, especially with the rifle stance. I can't wait to use that. I think that's everything of what we've seen from Erron from a competitive point of view. And I think that's all I had to say. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say about it. But we'll see if what changes with Erron. Everything's subject to change. His moves could change, his properties could change, and overall, one of the massive things that makes a character or breaks him is the frame. So if he's really safe or even plus, you know, he could be a terrific character. But I'm so excited to get my hands on him. I think they did him a lot of justice in this game, and overall, I'm really happy with how he turned out. Let me know what you think of Erron, and whether you disagree or agree with me, and my opinions. This is just my first impressions, so all is subject to change. But yeah, so thanks for watching. If you got this far, I'm sure most people don't really care too much about my opinions of Erron Black, but yeah. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. See ya in the next one.